All right, guys, welcome to Two Essential Tools. Okay, that's the title of this class because there are two essential tools. Now, you'll see that I've printed out my the worksheets in this little booklet. It's really just printed out on a regular size paper and then just folded together. So feel free to do that. That's how I got this size. Okay. But hopefully you have printed out your workbook, and these videos for each one are going to be really short because I truly do expect for you to get some powerful awareness, powerful help in just a half hour. So I'm not going to like talk the whole time. Okay. So, but I do want to give you, some people are visual learners, some people want to hear things. So I'm kind of giving you these two different options to just have the workbook or to also hear it from me a little bit. Okay. So the first tool is what I call the mind dump. And because what happens is you have got stuff clamoring about in your brain, and we want to dump it out so we can really see what's there. So the key here is get a piece of scratch paper, okay? Something that you know you're just going to shred or throw away so that you're not censoring yourself and you can be really honest, okay? And then just dump out, identify an area of your life or your relationship that is bothering you and focus in on just that part, okay? So that it's more productive, so that we don't get all of the random thoughts about what are the neighbors doing and what's for dinner and that type of stuff. Okay, so give your brain a focus. All right, I'm having this issue with my boss, or I'm having this issue with my wife. There was this thing that happened last night. We got in a big fight. What is it about that? So get out a piece of paper and just write down, just dump it out. Okay. And then you're going to go through it after it's out there, go through and underline or circle anything that is a true fact. Okay. What you'll find is that when you were dumping it out, they felt like facts. But when you actually go to analyze it, would everybody in the world agree that this is a fact? Like, my wife hates me, or she never helps me out, or these types of things, they're just not true facts. Okay, so only underline or circle something that is a true fact. Now then we're going to take that information and get more specific about it in this F tier formula. So F dash TEAR. Okay. So here's what it stands for. F is for facts. Okay. Provable in a court of law. Everybody in the world would agree with. No opinions. Okay. Those are facts. Now there's a dash in the formula. The dash is to give a separation between the facts and the rest. Okay. So the other four lines are things that are actually in your power, your control. So the T stands for your thoughts. Okay, we have facts that happen in our life, and then we have our thoughts about them. All right, and it's our thoughts that create all of the difficulty about it, that makes things worse or better, or you know, and then your thoughts determine the E in the formula. The E stands for your emotions, how you feel, your energy, right? Your emotional energy is what fuels all of your actions. And that's the next letter in the F tier formula, actions. And then your actions, what you do, what you don't do, what happens internally and externally. Like, think of if we could have a video on you, what would we see you doing or saying? Um, and then also, what are you not doing? And what is happening internally also, like judging or ruminating or finding evidence for things. And then all of that ends up in the result. And that's the R. The R in the formula is the result. So what we want to get really good at is seeing that there are facts that happen. I like to kind of draw it here. Okay. So FTEAR. There are facts that happen, and then we have our thoughts about them, and our thoughts determine how we feel and our what our energy is, right? You'll hear me use those words interchangeably. Feelings, emotions, and emotional energy. It's all it's all covered right there. I use it interchangeably, but it's all the fuel that you use to do your actions. Okay, so like think about when you're angry, you have certain actions that happen from that anger emotion, that energy. And when you're loving, when you're feeling love, you have different actions that you take, right? If you're feeling calm, you will have very different reactions and different actions than if you are feeling discouraged, right? So it's really an important skill here to pay attention to how you are feeling is going to determine how you act. And this is a superpower that's available for you to recognize that all of the things you're doing because of how you're feeling, and how you're feeling is coming from how you're thinking. Okay. So what I want you to do then is take something from your mind dump and put it into this formula so that you get really good at seeing what are the facts, and then your thoughts about it, and your thoughts are determining how you feel, what your emotional energy is, and then that determines how you act, and all of that creates the results that you have in your life. Now in the back, you'll see that I've given you a list of some basic emotion words, the emotion words, because on that line we want just those words. We don't want any sentences. Okay, the sentences are thoughts. They go in the thought line. So there you go, guys. The rest of the details are in the little booklet. And remember, this is the intention of all of this, is to keep things simple and to be giving you the awareness to get some of that power back in your life. Okay. Because when we're not aware of what's happening in our brain, we're going on default and we're making a much bigger mess for ourselves and our relationships. So these two tools are going to really help you establish a good foundation for moving forward with the tools and the skills in the other workshops. Okay, you got this. Bye.